Well, a very good afternoon to my new landscape back garden. It's the 2nd of May and it's rather pretty on the 2nd of May. I've been quite busy actually. So I've left this for some firewood, but so what I'm going to show you is this is the fresh bark that I've laid. I asked my neighbour, I says, are you doing much for your garden at all this year? And he says, no, what have you got in mind? I says, well, I'd like to lay a path of bark because I bought too much and I'd like to use up some of your garden for the rest of it. He says, well, if you want. And I said, well, that's very kind. I says, I said, your grass is not doing very much either, so I says, I think it will probably cheer the place up. I says, would you like me to put in some steps as well? He says, well, yes, that'd be handy. So I've popped these in as two. It's a beautiful day. I was out for a little while yesterday in the evening. 1st of May, of course, Beltane. I was searching for fairies. I think I caught one. I haven't viewed the footage. I haven't had damn time. Busy with this bark. But so this is the other stuff that I had. I've taken away my washing line, and I've put that in there as well. So I don't know. I'm not sure what you think, but it was one of these situations. Buy 20 bags of bark and you get 2 free. So I kind of overestimated how much I'd actually need. And, I call it my secret garden. I'm always busy in it. People are always wondering what the hell are you up to now out there. But anyway, I'm sure you must know that I'm not being entirely truthful. But this is fantastic gardens here at Abercairny. That bark's been put down since the last time I was here. Will you stick to one story at a time, Eddie, please? Alright. Yes, I was out last night and it was very gloomy. The har was, I think it all the way from the east coast right to the Central Highlands. It was utterly miserable yesterday. Well, I've bought my leather haversack. I've decided I need to get back into the motion of carrying my leather satchel and doing more things. My staff's in the car. I didn't think I'd need it just for this little wander. But the last time I was here, of course, it was rather gloomy, quite cold as well. Excuse me for coughing. You can see the honeysuckle's already starting to make effort. There's a bit of fragrance there, but it doesn't really do its thing in another couple of weeks or 3 weeks, and we should be enjoying all the honeysuckle in its full glory. But the azaleas at the back there are absolutely beautiful, enormous. So look at the fantastic copper beech. We've just got it in time between its winter sleeping and its new spring coat. I love the copper beech, I really do. I've got a fondness for it. The fantastic copper beech sat at the main lawn. It's been there since this is an Ardwright school, of course. It's been there since the very first foundation stone was laid back in the 1880s. 1883 to be precise. Look at the lovely floral arrangement here. I don't know a lot of the names of these. This is a polyantha, I believe. Yes, pansy. Not a viola, pansy. Beautiful. The viola is a bit smaller, you see. But, I think this is fantastic, I do. Look at the elf. Little fairy there, Annie. Does that remind you of somebody? Yes, it looks like me when I was a child. Isn't this marvellous? So to the rear there, that's part of the walled garden. And, a bit breezy here, Annie, but that would be the vine. I'm not sure what they've got there. If it's, I don't think they've got peaches here, Annie. But this is Victorian. Look at these little seats. Wonderful place, isn't it? I'm sorry for fibbing to tell you it was my own back garden, but I couldn't resist the chuckle. But so we'll sit here for a moment, Annie. Might capture ourselves for a moment and get a cigarette or something. But the clouds are zooming in from the east too. Yes. And the rhododendrons are there. I don't know if these rhodies will bloom actually. I'll have a little inspection. Some of the daffodils are starting to go back, but it's all honeysuckle from what I can see. What's this one here, Annie? It's fragrant. Not bad. Yes, it's all rhododendron and honeysuckle. It's very typical of the Victorian era. And yes, these will bud. There we go. Not all of them, but there's some buds for flowering. Another 4 weeks before we see the best of the rhodies. These ones are south facing sort of, so they're a bit ready to pop. You can see the fantastic walled garden right along. I know that it's locked up, so I can't make any access to it, I'm afraid. But it's what a secret gem this place is. It really is. It's a haven for fairies out here. You can just imagine back in the 1920s or something, the gardener approaching this old door with a pipe hanging out his mouth and his waistcoat. He's got secateurs or something in his waist pocket. It really is beautiful, Andy, isn't it? This is apples, Annie. Apples and pears. Is this pear blossom, Annie? I think it is. I think this is pears, Annie. Scrumptious pears. Conference pears. I was rather annoyed to hear about Heineken. Am I in the wind? Let me speak next to this yew. You have to be very careful with yew, it's poisonous. All parts of it too. Yes, I was very disappointed to hear about Heineken in order to sell a piece of land that they owed. There's a fairy feather coming down to see you, Annie. It might land in the seat that you were sitting on. It tried to. Let's go and pick it up actually. It's a gift from the angels up high. It was meant for me. Probably because I moved away too sharp, it mistimed it. And what I do is I keep these and I give them to the sparrow who takes it into his nest. I'll give you more information about that nest at another vlog. I've touched on the subject last night, I think, but I don't want to confuse and mix up everything in one day. But yeah, so Heineken, in order to sell a piece of land that they owed, they cut down thousands of mature apple trees. A whole orchard. A fabulous orchard, and they cut it down just as the apple blossom was coming into bloom. It was absolutely horrendous what they did. It was shocking. Because there's a glut in the market apparently for apples, so they decided the best option would be to cut the whole bloody lot down and sell the land. I thought it was a very sad indictment on today's society. If there's no money being made, just bloody get rid of it. There's a peacock butterfly over there. She's just minding her own business. There she goes. Happy as Laldy. So some of these flower beds look very tired, don't they? I mean, they look to do with some nutrition by the looks of things. There's poppies. These are come out big pink and reds. My mother loved poppies. She had a garden full of the things. Too many in my opinion, but she loved them. Certainly gave a great show. And yeah, so I think if they have a garden, they must have somebody working on the place, but I think they need to give that a good old forking over and get some good cattle manure or horse manure into it. I might volunteer to come and say, look, I'll do that for you. I don't want any payment. I just want to make sure the plants are having a good time. And the estate might say, well, if you want, come down. That'd be fine with us. I think I might ask them actually. So let's sit on this old stone bench and we'll have a cigarette or a cup of tea. I brought my satchel for that purpose, you see. Isn't it very grand just sitting here in the estate gardens? Not a soul in the world to bother you any. Very ornamental, these structures, aren't they? I love them. And the lawn, I don't know if it's been cut or not. It's very difficult to say if that grass has been cut. I'm sure it must be. There's certainly a lot of heat in that sun, eh? Bit of a sun trap where we're sitting. It's all very fragrant as well. These are irises, and these look like sort of lupins or something, yeah. Isn't it very tranquil in here, isn't it? I don't know an awful lot of names of shrubs, unfortunately. This is fragrant as well. It's beautiful. Lots of it. Look at this, Andrew. And with the lichen here, it's a sign of a healthy environment. really, really lovely. Look at the craftsmanship in the wall, Annie. These trees are redwoods. Absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful little fairies house, eh? So the fairies would have moved home last night in Beltane, the 1st of May Day. And that's why I suspect they probably got themselves holed up in here. Depends how long they'll last there. But yeah, they're probably moving house. Isn't this superb, Annie? And all these toadstools around the copper beach as well. All handmade. Isn't it fantastic? Look at what we are. I better say hello to this chap. Hi Boo Boo. You've been here a long time, eh? Look at your big feet. What size do you take? Hmm? Look at the lovely little violet. There's a little violet on its own. Isn't it beautiful? I love the violets, the wood violets. Dainty as hell. Hey Boo Boo. Hello. Fantastic, Eddie. Yeah, what a lovely tree. It really is. Beautiful. Look at the gardens, Annie. It's so pretty. The month of May is absolutely gorgeous on a sunny day. It really is. Can't beat it. Everywhere in the land is so lively, you know. Unfortunately, April wasn't so good to get out and chat with the lambs, and you know, I did, but I didn't film much because it was also so weather was so poor. But it's been all right. There's something very beautiful about the month of May. Look how green that fresh green that everything is. It's just beautiful. It really is. It's absolutely wonderful. It's so pretty. Of course, the light is the important thing. Sunlight. Oh, you're bobbing around here, Annie. Let's go down the stairwell. Of course, once upon a time there'd be probably a team of 30 gardeners all keeping everything in, you know, spick and span, and all neat borders, and there wouldn't be a weed in sight, you know. I have to say it's very relaxing to be in such beautiful surroundings. I mean, you wonder just how many people have actually sat on that bench over the years, you know, entered into some, you know, conjovial conversation, bit of a chit chat, bit of joviality. Never, oh dear no. The laughter ringing through all the gardens. Beautiful. And witnessed by all these trees. Isn't you lovely? Look at this. The moss has been on there to keep the buds cosy, you see. I think it's wonderful what nature does. That's not a nuisance to the tree, that keeps it nice and cosy, keeps the frost away, so that when the buds come out they're not affected, you see. Beautiful what nature does for one another. Look, there's proof. There's the moss, there's the healthy lichen, there's the moss keeping it all cosy, and there's a new leaf sprout. Well done. Well done. Yes. Yeah, many memories on that bench, I'm sure. I'm not really a fan of bark, but I have to say that having been here the last time and found that my footwear was quite muddy, I thought, well, it is a fantastic idea, and it's nice and cosy to walk on, believe it or not. And it picks up the light very well. I haven't taken you around the whole gardens, I'm afraid. But Abercairny Loch is down there, but it's a bit close to the mansion, and I don't really want to go down. It's a bit too close, and might be out of bounds, you see. I don't have permission to go down and look at the geese or the ducks or the whatnot. There's another fairy house there, Annie. Let's go. We'll go back to the car, Annie. I have to say the Victorians had such an imagination when it came to landscape gardens. They thought of everything, see. I mean, look at the expense just in this one thing. This would probably cost about, oh, probably about £10,000 for this one thing here now. Beautiful. Natural stone always picks up the light much better than modern structures, you see. It's a fine breeze, any. A good drying day, as they say in Scotland. A day to get your sheets out in the line. Your duvet covers and stuff like that. I'm not sure if people use duvet covers as much as they used to. I don't think they can be bothered with all the acrobatics trying to get back on the bloody quilt, you know. Let's have one peek along here, Andy, shall we? Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that superb? Cool. Ardwreck School had absolutely dozens of these until one of the headmasters over the weekend of one when I was back in the early 90s. I came back to do before I left for Hong Kong. He asked me to come back and do some work that they needed me, and over the weekend the bloody headmaster took a bloody chainsaw to all the century-old rhododendrons and cut the whole lot bloody down. And parents who were delivering the day pupils to the school would pull up and say, "What have you done, Andy? What have you done?" And I said, "No, it's not me. It's Jerry. Jerry's done it over the weekend." "Damn fool." Yes, I thought so too. I didn't want to say to him, but yes, I agree with you. It was a shocker, actually. Spoilt the whole thing. I think I'm right in saying that the reason he done it, he wanted the gardens to resemble Gordonston, where he used to be a master at Gordonston School, and decided he wanted just all lawn, no rhododendrons. And, well, it's a true story, I'm not fibbing, and if anyone wants to put a note on say that I don't think that's entirely true, well, I have proof. I know it happened. I was there. Look at that, Andrew. Isn't that stunning? Now, I'm so glad I popped out today. It was a nice chance to meet some butterflies, and there wasn't many bumblebees. I think it was a bit breezy for the bumblebees today. But nevertheless, it's been wonderful. A real mixture out here, see? It's, yes.